See? Come on, chat. I meant not chat. See you. There. No, I don't want a custom crop. You know what I hate? When computers start up and they take like 9 years to like actually like fully develop. Custom process. Get extract tier. Well, guess what? I have that. Now, I don't want to get the newest version of the FPS unlocker. My sister's gonna get my stream copyrighted.
To our, yeah, it should be this folder right here, crosshair overlay dash master. You open that, select the overlay.png, hit save. It should change it, but I'm not going to change it because I like mine. I have to turn off the music. Yeah, save that, and then you should be able to open this, and it'll pop across there. You just have to minimize that. Yeah, super simple.
Bruh. I did every single thing of that. It did not work. Well, what's this say for Monday? Read aloud. What the frick's a read aloud? I'm about to read anything. Does this make my voice sound better? Does this make my voice sound better? Okay, let me test it again. Alright. See what it does. No, it does not work. Well, that's part of my live streaming gear. No, it does not work. Whoa. Music type document demonstrating understanding what the first three was common. What the heck? I don't want to do this. I'm in Arthur right now, and the thing, if you stand in your server, I guess now for like a certain amount of time, and it's just like one person, I guess the server just closes. I guess it's just, that's new. Because there's not anybody else in here. Hey! The crosshair worked, man. The crosshair is epic. Okay, yeah, hopefully I can live stream. tonight. Don't believe just you guys. He definitely uses aimbot and hiding it. How dare you aimbot? I'm just giving him a smiley face. Oh, I'm gonna sit there for gun rotation for a certain amount of time, and then there. And is my brightness up the whole way on this? It is not. I'll play a game of Arsenal, a quick game because I only got like 5 minutes. Well, I did have to leave at 39. I have to get back at 39, but yeah. Dragon Royale, please. Epic Oofer. What kind? That's a nice name. Bruh. He's spawn killing us. Yeah, this is try hard in the game, man. It's pretty annoying. He didn't even die. 49 seconds, I still beat it. Aw. You know, I'm gonna close out of Zoom because the last time I was the first person in Zoom, he told me that I had to do something like a bug report, I had to refix it. I'm not saying I don't want to do it. It's just the fact that I did refix it, and he never said anything. He never like marked anything wrong. He was lying. I got the try hard. Whoop, whoop, I died. I don't really get why I get connection problems. Bro, this is girl who's winning the game. I have no problem with that, but dude, I turn around for like a second. Boop, that. And this dude, you know, I hate games with tryhards. You know, it's so annoying to play. How? What? Bruh, I hate when it's competitive. Everybody's so annoying. Yeah, somebody's raging. Bro, this epic Ufer guy, I swear, he's just killing me. Epic Ufer has only 12 kills. You know what Arsenal really needs to fix? Their stupid assists. They need to fix their assist thing. Like, that's so annoying. Well, Zero viewers as planned. Okay, anyways, we got the voice on 939 for this to work. But for now, I'm just play Clash of Clans. Okay, what time is it? 9:36. $9:37. Diamonds! They got me diamonds. Okay, anyways, it's probably time to go into Zoom. Join with video. Here we go to our next class.
Smith, you got basically you got to turn your volume down a little bit because R2D2.
What was this one?
Everyone, welcome to I think it's just going to be, let's see, what do we got here? 7 of us. That's good enough today, right? We'll just keep everybody else out. We'll make it a small class.
Yeah, sure.
No, you guys want people to come in? Maybe. See, Chris, what are you doing? You playing solitaire? Short week, guys.
Yeah.
Holiday break coming up. Who's ready to come back to school? Who's ready? Who's bored? Is anyone bored out of their minds right now? They're like, oh my gosh, we got to get back. Okay. Just checking.
Where is everybody?
All right, so we're missing tons. Here, Molly killed points.
You know, can you just stay at 13 people? Nope, I have started at 14. It's at 14, 15. On board on my mind. 15. I have a quiz in math today. $16. Well, the thing froze again. It's coming out freezes because he's crumbled to about 30 years old. 20. Oh no, forget about it. Don't look in on that street. I can get one of you.
Something's wrong with something's wrong with my waiting room. It's getting weird.
You think? There.
All right. Okay. All right. Monday, Dallastown. It's Monday, Dallastown. Blue section and the Voyagers. We got someone in the waiting room. I can't see who it is. Oh, it's Gage Jones. Okay, Gage Jones. All right. So. Here's my question, okay? You guys got to post this in chat, please. Everybody's got to participate. Even if you weren't here for the entire week because you were shopping in California.
What do you mean?
What I want to do is take a shot at this. Everybody's got to put something in chat, and this is what I want you to put in chat. Can anyone name all three of the main characters from Trash? All three boys. Does anybody remember their names? The three main boys.
I don't know.
Trash.
Right.
You have to name all three. You just can't put one. Everybody remembers her. Who did it? Max Scarch. Who got it?
Oh my gosh.
Isabella Gall. Good. Some of you are calling him Rafe. Good. Kill Coins. Got
Rafe.
Good.
He's on his blood Raphael.
Okay, I did see someone just call him Gordo.
Gordo.
Now, Gordo was one of the famous astronauts that actually
died.
was an Apollo astronaut. Gordo Williams or something like that. It's Bardo. His name is Gordo. Okay, of the three boys, they're all about the same age. They're all 14. Who looks the oldest? Who remembers which one is the biggest and looks the oldest? Max Scarcelli got. Now everybody's got that one. Bardo, good. Bardo's the big one. Here we go. You have to be specific on this one.
Mm-hmm.
The boys found. How much money did the boys find in the wallet? How much pesos? Do you remember how much it was? Okay, good. I see 1,100. Do you know in the first class period someone wrote 1,000,000?
But what?
1,000,000 pesos. Okay.
No,
Next question.
no.
Last one. The key that they found. Who recalls what specifically that key opens? What specifically does the key open?
A locker.
Storage locker. Locker's correct. But specifically where? Do you remember where? Callie got it. I thought at a gas station. There's no lockers at a gas station.
You know.
Train station is correct, yes. That's where they're headed. So, today when we pick it up, boys are in it. Okay, I'm going to ask one more question. See if we can post this in chat. Garda would not let them go to the train station until they did something. He wanted them to be safe, and he thought, we have to do this first before we go to the train station. Does anybody recall what he thought they should be a part of? So they had already hidden the bag. What did they have to do before they went looking at the train station?
Eat.
Well, yes, they wanted to eat, yes. What was going on? Yes, they had to work for the police, correct. He said, we cannot just go look for this locker at the train station. We got to show up with everybody else and dig through the trash and pretend we're looking for stuff. And that's where we are right now. So Gardo was talking to us on Friday. We're back to Raphael again.
Raphael.
The next day, Gardo let us go to the train station. I told him that me and Rat would go alone if he didn't want to. He said, what if we're being watched? I couldn't see how they could watch us with us not seeing them. And I said, we'd be moving so fast they'd never know. And Gardo said, what if they come back to the dump site looking for us? And I said, what if they don't? He said, what if they got the station staked out? And I said, what if we just do nothing forever and we forget the whole thing? Is that what he wanted? Gardo kind of snarled at me, but I got my way. So early the next morning, we went down to the train tracks. The trains cut through the south side of Mahala, very close to the docks. If you want to get to Central Station, you can pick up a train just about 10 minutes from my house. Some people have actually built their homes right up next to the train tracks because the ground is flat and clear. Every now and again, the homes get torn down and the people get shipped out. But over time, they come back and the game starts all over again. Now, it's not as dangerous as you might think because the trains are only 4 a day just there, and they go really slow. They're long, they're heavy, and you can hear them coming a mile away. The only person I ever heard of getting run over by a train, by the way, guys, this is terrible. The only person I ever heard of getting run over by a train was a woman about 2 years ago. She did it on purpose. She walked up as the train came. She laid her head right on the rail. Gardo, me, and Rat waited for a 6 o'clock train, and it came by pretty much on time. We ran alongside the last coach. It's a passenger train, and it goes for 9 hours, way down to a town called Diamond Harbor. It starts at the docks, but not many people get on there. Then it goes to Central, where it gets so full you can't breathe. We swung up and in through the windows. There's no glass and no bars, and the only people were an old couple at one end. So we spread ourselves over the benches and looked out and waved like we were on holiday. "What if they're watching?" said Gardo again. When he gets something on his mind, you can't ever get it off again. "How can they be?" said Rat. "Maybe looking for people doing anything suspicious." "How many times have we been on a train, Raphael?" "I don't know. Not often." They can't see what we're doing. And what if they know there was a locker key? They just don't know the number even. "No, listen, that's crazy. They know the bag had a locker key. They have broken into every locker in the station. They don't know what's in the bag. Maybe they're at the station now, opening every locker, waiting for us. If they are, we just walk away. We're just 3 boys out roaming." Now, Rat said nothing. He just looked from me to Gardo and back again. And when I caught his eye, he smiled, and we both laughed. Gardo told us to shut up. "It's 20,000 now. That's the prize money they're offering. I heard. They just doubled it. You know they won't pay it. What I'm saying is, whatever they're looking for is getting more important. If this Jose Angelico killed someone, what if he killed an important man, a politician maybe, somebody rich? We've got the clues to catch the guy. What are we doing? We end up stopping the police catching a killer? Gardo, why don't we just see what's in the locker?" And I smiled right at him, and I laid back on the bench. "We decide what to do then, okay?" I told him to rest his brain. "I'll do the locker," said Rat. We both looked at him. Gardo asked what he meant. "I best do the locker, okay? I best square with the station boys too. I'll say we're just doing an errand for someone. Give them something. Also, in case anyone's looking, I know where it is. I go in fast and grab what's there. I mean, go back by the tracks. Anyone sees me, I just run. 3 of us run. They'll get one of us. If it's me, I'll lose them, okay?" Well, how much do these station boys want? "I don't know. I'll try 20 and make it look like a small thing, but give me 100 though." So I gave Rat the money, and he was twitching a little, getting scared. Gardo was shaking his head, thinking deep. "It's a good idea, Rat, but I can see where you're coming from. I think we should stick together. We ought to stay together in this." And he looked at me and said, "You better stay close to me." Minutes later, the train was slowing for the station, and we stood out on the sides. I could see the platform coming up, so I jumped and ended up rolling on the grass. Gardo nearly fell on me, but Rat stayed on his feet. I hadn't seen before just how quick Rat could be. He was so thin, it was like he was just straws and paper. Like he could blow off in the wind like a little kite. He didn't even look around. He just skipped along, and we hurried after him. So we ran onto the platforms, and a couple of kids looked at us with a kind of mean-eyed suspicion, like this was their territory, which it was. So they followed us at a distance. You know, we jumped off the train early because you don't ever want to be seen getting off the train. Guards and porters see you, and you'll get a real thrashing. So these station boys are different. As long as they don't steal or get in the way, nobody cares too much. So they keep the station clean. They go through a train in about 2 minutes. If they beg or sell, they know how to do it off at the sides, away from everyone. That's why people let them alone. So now we were all making our way up to the platform. Just a straggling bunch of barefoot boys. We might have been invisible. I knew the dangerous bit was going to be the locker, because that was something you did not usually see. Boys like us opening up luggage lockers it wouldn't have to be the police. It could be anyone who noticed. They'd assume right away we were thieving. And thieving boys get no mercy from anyone. Just off the platform, we were met by more station boys, and these ones were bigger. We got kind of herded over to the side, and I could feel Gardo getting ready. He was feeling for his knife, which he always carries somewhere. Brad did the talking, though, since he used to live there and do some of them. I saw him pass over 20, then another 50, and then a 20. Everyone shook hands, and they let us go. I guess Brad had paid for them not to follow us because we went on alone to the main station square. They give us 5 minutes, okay? That's a giant station. At that time in the morning, it's just getting crazy. It's a good time for us, but scary as hell. You got porters, you got traveling families, you got trucks delivering stuff, horns blasting, train whistles, loudspeakers. Everyone's cutting in and out of everyone else. The noise is so loud you have to shout. Brad kept moving fast, and I was beginning to get frightened again. I hadn't liked the look of the station boys, but now, everywhere I looked, I could see mean-looking railway guards. We were getting stared at. I had to keep saying to myself, we're not breaking the law, we're not breaking the law. But it felt like we were. And everyone knows stories about what happens to kids if they get caught breaking the law. I don't mean what I said about just riding in a train and being thrashed. I mean, we got prisons in this city. And the prisons take kids quicker than they take men. You also hear stories of boys not even making it to prison. I don't know how much truth there is in any of it. Everyone's out to scare you with a story. I was once told about runaways. It made me sick. I was told if a new kid shows up with nowhere to go, the police get him, they wait until dark, break his legs, and put him on the train tracks. There's stories, they may not be true, but I couldn't stop thinking about them as I walked across that station feeling small, nearly losing Rat. Gardo was by my side up close, and both of us were just waiting to be caught. Rat kept going. Somehow he'd shaken off that twitch he gets and was walking fast, looking happy as a kid. He stayed a little bit ahead of us. He had something in his hand, and I saw it was the key. So I guess we must be near. We went under a bridge into some kind of hallway with a low ceiling and lines of tube lights. We kept walking like we knew where we were going, and there we were. We could see 2 long aisles of gray metal lockers and lines of doors. We kept on walking. Some doors were big enough to take suitcases, and some, up above, were small enough for just a handbag. There were no police, no guards, no station boys, and Rat knew exactly where he was going. He hung back for a moment, so we drew level, and he said, "Keep moving, okay? You walk." There were 2 women opening a locker, and we went straight past them. They were far too busy with whatever it was they were putting in to notice us. The tall man at the far end was locking a door, and his back was to us. And I could see numbers, 110, 109, 108. None of them were smashed. Everything was neat, new. There were no police. Then suddenly Rat turned. He had the key in the lock. We walked straight past him. We heard the sound of metal and no one shouted. Nobody even noticed. We were 10 paces past him when I heard the sound of a door closing and Rat was next to us again. He had something under his arm. Don't run, he said. Slow down, okay? We did as he said, but my heart was pounding. Garda was smart enough to pretend to stop and play with a drinks machine, checking the slot for money, and I was thinking, like nothing's wrong. 3 station kids just making their way. Brad had the package under his arm, shirt now. We went out onto platform 4 and right along to the end, weaving through people. We did start to run then out of relief. We got down on the tracks and we started to run fast. 5 minutes later, we were among bushes. There was a small pile of concrete. We sat down and we were out of breath. Brad was grinning and laughing. I was as well. He held the package in both hands and offered it up like a present. It was a brown envelope, sealed with tape, and it took me some time to get it open. Inside was a letter with a stamp in the corner. It was waiting to be posted. There was thick writing in pen. If found, please deliver. The address. Gabriel Alondres. Prisoner, 746229, cell block 34K, South Wing, Culva Prison. And I felt myself go cold. I grinned at Gardo and he looked hard, right at me. I opened the letter to read it out loud. 1 page. A little slip of paper stuck to it, with just a line of numbers. Making no sense. And then again, the letter made no sense. We understood none of it. All we were sure of was that we were in something deep. It was getting deep. And that last section at the end was code.
Not bad.
So what these kids found, you know, the letter will come to light. We'll read that probably tomorrow, maybe. But, folks, all I can tell you is this reminds me of like a snowball that just keeps getting bigger and bigger as it goes down the hill. So, this gets massive. What these boys uncover and the role that they play and what they're able to accomplish is mind-blowing. Okay. I want to basically go over a couple things and show you what you're going to be doing this week for me. I have a couple of assignments I posted today, which is really all you're going to do this week. You're not going to have any work over the Thanksgiving holidays.
We better not.
I don't want any work. I want you to enjoy your stuff. I'm still finishing up book reports. I'm going to have an activity for Wednesday, but it'll be brief. But let me start with this, though. Let me show you. I want to go over some things. I put in 3 grades this past weekend.
Sure you did.
Okay.
What kind of grade is that?
I put in 3 grades. And what I want you to understand is 2 of them are sticking, 1 of them can get fixed. Okay? So I put your trash chapter 3 review in. I put your video analysis workshop in. And in both of those cases, since we went over them and talked about them, I really wanted some good answers. So I was tough on those. I was a stickler. Like, we talked about those answers, and I was hoping that you would add things to them. Some of you did, some of you didn't. Some of you got extra credit. They were excellent answers. Some of you still needed to do a better job. I mean, a lot of this stuff is effort points, so I want to see better answers from you. This one's different, okay? The commas in the series in between adjectives. So I put in a 0 if you still had things you needed to fix, and it was glaring to me. So I want everybody to get 10 out of 10 points. It's just a completion grade. If you had everything looked correct, you got 10 points. If you need to fix some things up, basically, again, please open with Google Docs. You have this Cami, some Zoho writer weird thing. If you open with Google Docs, it's going to give you a chance to actually work on the paper. But I told you in notes that I put like a little private comment saying, hey, you need to fix it and maybe check with a classmate who got them all right. That's all I need you to do, folks. I want everybody to get templates, then resubmit it. So that's that comma activity. That's from last week. Now, last night while I was watching the Raiders and the Chiefs rooting for the Raiders, I posted 2 assignments. These are the 2 things I want you to work on this week.
Sure you do.
One is a comma usage review. I typed 20 sentences, and this puppy should come right up for you as a Google Doc that you can work on. But listen, we have learned 3 rules so far. We learned that you need to use a comma when you have 2 adjectives describing the same noun. You got to put a comma in between them. We've learned that if you have items in a series, you got to put commas after them. We learned that if you got a long sentence that has the word and, but, so in the middle of it, you need a comma if there's 2 complete thoughts on either side of that word and. I want you guys to use all your resources. You have notes. You have things we've already worked on that you can look at. I want you to try to get 20 out of 20. But I also want you to follow my directions on this. So everybody should be with me here. In this first sentence, the sentence reads, people will be shopping for the holidays in order to get food, drinks, and napkins. Well, I see that there's items in a series. I want you to highlight anywhere you're going to put commas so I can see clearly you know where to put them. And then I'm going to put a comma after food and a comma after drinks. Now, in that second sentence, for example, the saucy roasted turkey looked tasty on the table. I can see Landon Smith. Landon Smith, I need a comma in that sentence. Where do you think it goes? After what? Someone put it in chat. All right, correct. After
Saucy.
So I'm going to go saucy and roasted, highlight. Then I'm going to put a comma after saucy. That's what I want you guys to do, please. You guys get this done and get this submitted today, extra credit.
Ooh, that.
You don't have to do that. I'm going to kick it back to you because tomorrow we're going to go over this, but I want to see that you guys all have it done before we go over it. I want you to take a shot at it. That's your one assignment, is to properly punctuate commas in all those sentences. I'm just going to take the highlights out for the other classes. Now let me show you your next item. This is the other thing I want you to work on this week. And I'd like you to get these done before the holidays on Wednesday. We're going to be looking at a lot more stories this year. We read a lot of fiction, short stories. All the 8th grade language arts teachers are reviewing or introducing fictional signposts. So I have 2 things posted here for you. One is a notice and note fiction signpost presentation. It is very cool. There are videos embedded. There's Disney videos in this. I love it. Then there's a chart that you have to fill out for notes, which is worth points. Just so you can take a look at this presentation, you have to open it and present to watch the videos of it. There's 6 fiction signposts that we're going to start to use while we read. They all basically help you understand the plot and the action and the characters. They help you understand all those literary terms that we went over. So I want you to look through this on your own over the next couple days. Watch the videos. They are very cool. They're perfect. one on from Frozen. There's one from Tangled, which is my favorite Disney movie. I love Eugene Fitzherbert, a.k.a. Flynn Rider. Boom!
Bro, how do you got Tangled?
There's all kinds of other ones. And then here, there's notes I want you to take.
Darn it, teacher.
So it's a chart. Now I got it. It was kind of a mess. I turned it sideways in landscape, and you can just type right in there and write things. So this will be worth probably, this might be worth like 20, 25 points. There's a lot of work I'm asking you to do on this. So it's going to be worth your while. So those are the two things for this week. You can start working on them today. You're going to have time to work on them tomorrow. I am going to have you do a little something else on Wednesday. The other things, Moby Max, 15 minutes a day, 45 minutes total this week. That's a lot
too
less.
much.
Okay. So, Moby Max, I want you to look at that presentation and take some good notes. And I'd like you to try to really, really try to properly punctuate all those sentences. That's it. If you don't have any questions, you're dismissed.
Bye. Okay, anyways, I'm done with them. So I don't know if I want to know, but here is my messy gaming setup. You got wires everywhere. It's messy, and there's my microphone. Here's me, and bye. Oh. Oh. Dang it, I don't want no dang visual studio stuff on this. Joabs. Notepad. This is dang visual studio. Close program, I don't want to even use it. The crosshair doesn't even work. Well, I'm gonna play. Oh. Yo, clown, send a link. Okay, hold on. Send a link for what? Oh, the Zoom link. Oh. Oh my god. The Zoom. Dude, I don't know about the Zoom link, dude. It's a pretty darn long thing. And my teachers are, like, really strict about who joins.